Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, everyone. It is me, Mac Daddy Maxwell, here with the first edition of my Increeedible podcast. For those who don't know me, I did exist a while ago, maybe 7, 8 years at this point. I then got chucked into the eternal void and am now stuck in this workshop awaiting my overhaul to be complete. So I figured, why not start a bitchin' podcast that's better than Conan O'Brien or that Joe Rogan guy? I figured today we'd start with my sexy life story, as it is important the podcast audience knows their host. I was built in 1937, Class A CSA 2 Challenger, and before you ask, yes, I did seem confused about it in public at one point. I was just really fucking high. Anyway, I worked my ass off, pulling all sorts of trains in the day, and at night banging at least 1 to 2 chicks with voluptuous asses every single day. Eventually, though, Union Pacific decided I was too sexy to keep in service, and so withdrew me in 1956. Literally right after I had pleased yet another sexy honey locomotive. Like, the fucking nerve you gotta interrupt the Mac Daddy on his off time. Thankfully, I was preserved soon after, albeit all my kin were dead. But that didn't stop me. I was taken along a tour of the East Coast, and I made sure to hit up all the stops with the hottest engines imaginable. I think on that tour I maxed out at 7 bitches in one city. Might have either been Pittsburgh or Richmond, I can't remember. I do remember that tour, my first sexual intercourse with a diesel. And despite what a lot of people say, especially considering they lacked as much heft and voluptuousness as the other female engines do, they can definitely ride for a very long extended period of time. I mean, really. Wow. Just wow. After my sexy tour, I then went to Hawaii to show my sexy prowess. Although there was a significant lack of honeys, except this one nice diesel. She was very pleasurable. Still, it was nice seeing the islands and the oceans. Really helped me shove any actual problems that I might have had in my head deep down in my smoke box. I highly recommend doing that. Now, afterwards, I had sadly ridden so hard and so well, I broke down and was regulated to what I could do, either like light engine or static display or whatever. Hung around here and there a few instances in a few places, making public appearances like that one time with Daryl and my bro for life Amethyst when I was high as hell. Boy, yeah, that was a day. I think Amethyst turned into a woman. I have no idea. I was just wagged out at the time. Pretty much everything after the whole tour in Hawaii thing, it became a lull to where we are now. Sometimes I will get a female honey engine to come over and then give them a maximum pleasure ride. But it's definitely harder work now that I'm here in the shop getting overhauled. And every time I do bang, it kind of pushes back my return to power. But, it's worth it. No man or engine should ever be deprived of happiness and love. So that's my backstory, but other interesting things to note about me. I want to bang big boy. Before you go saying, holy shit, Maxwell's pan, which there's nothing wrong with it. I support anyone and everyone who isn't an asshole. Everyone deserves to bang. The thing people don't know is that big boy's actually a woman. And to add her to the list of the many engines I banged over the years, which does actually include this one LNER A4 from Britain. That was very pleasurable. But I can't remember if she was from Michigan or Milwaukee. I can't remember. It was such a long time ago. But the experience I remember deeply. But to add her to my list and get any experience of that ass, I'd practically be an immortal at that rate. I also have DEFCON 69 programmed into my brain. Only Amethyst and I know how it works, but let's just say you do not want me at DEFCON 69. Moving on. I guess the last little fun fact I can spat for now, which I've mentioned before, me and Amethyst are real good buds. had a lull in contact at one point, but we reconnected, and he actually helped me get into this podcasting idea as I get overhauled. So shout out to you, my bruchacho. I guess that'll do it for the first edition of Maxwell's Increeedible podcast. So have yourselves a good day, dry rails, and stay sexy. Oh, and drink lots of water.